The right care, right at home. Australia's premier in-home care provider. Local legends want it. A Bowls Green is just up the road. Search Bowls Clubs near me.
From the wide outdoors to the great indoors, this is Without Bias.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Without Bias right here on 1116 SEN, your home of sport. Of course, local legends wanted. A Bowls Green is just up the road. Search Bowls Clubs near me. A big show tonight as the Australian Open we get very close to the Australian Open, rather, because it is just a few days away, and two people that are going to feature very heavily are going to join me tonight, one of which is Gary Kelly, who's going to be featuring on the rematch the night before the Australian Open, taking on Ryan Bester right before the tournament starts, just to whet the appetite. So we'll hear his thoughts on that matchup. But before we get to him, right at home, Jackaroo Kristina Krstic, she's just dominating all round at the moment. She's just been crowned Western Australia's Female Bowler of the Year, and she's also ready to have a crack at another Australian Open. And she joins me on the line now. Chrissy, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hey, Val. Thanks for having me.
Oh, my pleasure. Now, first thing before I get to the AO stuff, congratulations on your Western Australia Female Bowler of the Year title. How thrilled are you?
Thank you. Yeah, I was very thrilled, very honoured to get the award. Luckily for me, that was my third time, so it was a special one. It's been a massive season. Our state plays our state events throughout the summer season, so they're not all played in 1 week. So I guess, it's a tough one because you've got to kind of keep your form month after month playing in each state event. So, yeah, it was a tough one, but very rewarding.
Certainly. And going to the Australian Open now, how much confidence does it sort of give you knowing that, you're the best female bowler in Western Australia, and now you've got to head back east for another crack at the AO? How much confidence have you got right now?
Well, I was actually chatting to Ellen Ryan, my bestie from...
Ellen Fife, you mean?
Sorry, Ellen Fife. Sorry, excuse me. And I was actually saying that I felt a little bit nervous, but in a good way. Like, I always love the AO. But, yeah, obviously you play against some big names out there, and you're going to have tough matches, one after the other. So as much as I'm excited, I'm still, nervous. So hopefully I can take some of my form into the AO.
Well, how much do you love getting to the Gold Coast in June? Because it starts to get a little bit cold, even for you guys, where it's generally pretty warm in Western Australia. How much do you love getting over there into the warmth? Because I'm really looking forward to heading up on Friday and getting out of Melbourne's cold.
Well, our weather's probably most similar to Gold Coast, I guess. So I'm used to the warmth in winter. I guess you could say that. But no, I absolutely love the Australian Open. Everyone that asks me, I say it's the event to go to. It's kind of like a holiday, but also a bowls competition in one. You've got a bit of downtime some of the days. Obviously, if you keep winning, which is the goal, you might have to play day after day. But I just love spending the 2 weeks on the Gold Coast with my friends and my best friend Ellen. We get to do a lot of activities. We're going to the Australian Spectacular Outback Show, I think it's called, for my birthday. So, yeah, lots planned. Very excited.
Very nice. Yeah, your birthday's on the middle Saturday, I believe. So that's going to be good. Hopefully you get the day off from playing that day. But I was going to ask you about you and Ellen Fife, née Ryan. Of course, she got married late last year and has changed her last name now. And do you know how many times I've gotten it wrong as well? It's taken me a few months to get used to. But you've won a Com Games together. How pumped are you to reunite with her on the rink in the pairs at the AO, and how much would it mean to you to be able to win this event as well?
Well, we've come so close. We came runner-up a few years ago against Kelsey and Lindsay in the final. It would mean a hell of a lot to win it with her. That's been our goal for the last few years. Funny, we've won a Commonwealth Games pairs title together, but not an Australian Open. But yeah, we always have a great time out there. I think last year was the first event post Com Games that we played in a pairs tournament together, and we put a bit too much pressure on ourselves. Everyone expects you to win, and everyone's out to get you, and we lost the first knockout round, which was a tough match. We played Brianna and Emma from Queensland. So I'm hoping this year we can just take that little bit of pressure off ourselves, just to enjoy it and do what we do.
100%. But I think the bond between you two, it's genuinely infectious. I think when a lot of people go to events and they see the two of you, and for those listening, these two are inseparable. And when I mean inseparable, they're always together. Even when they're playing on opposing teams, they're always sitting next to each other or chatting rather than competing. They're just such great friends. And how did this all start when the two of you met?
We always knew of each other, I guess, from juniors. I'm 3 years older than Elle, so I was finishing up my juniors campaign under 18s when she kind of came on the scene. And it's funny because the way she describes me is, she said, you were the popular girl that was friends with all the boys. That was her description of me in juniors. She said, you were kind of scary. I was like, I am the opposite person, scary. I'm very approachable, and I think I'm very kind. Thank you very much. But, yeah, I think once we both made the Australian squad, this was back 8, 9, maybe even 10 years ago, we formed a bond pretty quickly. We were the two newies, I guess, amongst all the experienced players. So, I think we were just really opposites attract, they say. Her and I are very different people, but we love each other's qualities and we just get along so well. And you're right, we are joined at the hip. We're always, I don't know, linking arm in arm or making TikToks or just hanging out.
Yep, there are TikToks aplenty, that's for sure. I'm not sure whose account they've gone on, but very, very entertaining nonetheless. But you yourself, there's been some heartbreak at the Australian Open. You've lost a couple of finals, but how much would that elusive title mean to you? You're playing the singles, the pairs and the fours. So winning one of them this year, how much would that mean to you personally?
I have been chasing an Australian Open title since I started playing bowls, or since my first ever Australian Open when I think I was 15 or 16. I have got 5 runner-up titles, 1 singles, 2 pairs and 3 fours, and it absolutely shatters my heart into pieces. But, I was talking to my dad about it the other day, and he's like, don't think of that negatively. Look at you. Some people don't even make a final in their career, so you should be proud that you've even got, a runner-up medal. I'm like, I know I am, but I'm so determined. I want just one title, at least one. I would be over the moon.
100%. And that's the thing. It is so hard to even get to a final. So you got to be proud of yourself for that. I think your dad's definitely right in that category. But it is a massive tournament for you with 3 events across the fortnight. I know you said that you've got downtime, but if you do continue to win, you do have to play a lot of bowls, sometimes, multiple matches in a day when you get to the back end of the tournament across different disciplines. So how do you stay energized and fresh throughout? Because I know it's different for a lot of other sports in these big events, but how do you do it personally?
Well, a few things. I think one thing Ellen and I both do together is we always get an apartment and we make sure, sounds very cliche and old people like, but we go to bed early. We always cook at home, have good, fulfilling meals ready for the next day. We exercise throughout. I think, you've got to do all these little things that add to your energy and your performance each day. And I think, like you said, if you're playing 2 weeks straight, almost every single day, you have to do all these little things to, like I said, keep you energized and ready to tackle each day and to be at your best. So I think that's one thing that really helps me. Good sleep, good meals, exercising, and trying to do all the things that I would normally do at home when I'm competing, even though I'm in a different state, just trying to keep that, lifestyle thing the same so that, I can perform at my best, I think.
I wish I had your discipline. We go out every night to eat dinner, so it's probably not the healthiest, but oh well, it's good to catch up with fellow staff members. But now, have you got any family coming with you?
No, unfortunately not. My fiance Marcus was going to make the trip over, but considering we're engaged now and our wedding is in March, we would like to either save the money for a honeymoon or something like that. So, no, not this year, but maybe following year.
Very nice. Well, congratulations on that. I was going to ask you that next. Now, how is all the planning going? I'm in the middle of doing it all myself as well. it's not easy, is it?
No, and congrats to you. Val's getting married in October. Very exciting. Look, there's so much going on. I think I mentioned to you before, the anxiety levels are high. I think it's all very exciting, though. It's like happy anxiety. I've got the wedding, got the Australian Open coming up. There's, lots of things going on in my life, but so much to look forward to. And I guess, I wouldn't want it any other way.
There certainly is. Well, Chrissy, there's plenty to look forward to over the next 2 weeks. Very excited to see what you can do at the Australian Open, and fingers crossed that first gold medal is just around the corner. Thank you very much for joining me on Without Bias, and good luck at the AO.
Thanks so much, Val.
Kristina Krstic joining me on Without Bias. Great to get some of her insights ahead of the Australian Open, the ride-at-home Jackaroo and Commonwealth Games gold medalist. Looking forward to seeing what she can do on the Gold Coast over the next fortnight. As I am for Gary Kelly, he's one of the most informed bowlers in the world at the present time, and he's going to join me right after this on Without Bias. Stick around.
The right care, right at home. Australia's premier in-home care provider. Local legends wanted. A Bowls Green is just up the road. Search Bowls Clubs near me.
From the wide outdoors to the great indoors, this is Without Bias.
You're listening to Without Bias. Val Febbo here with you for Bowls Australia, and of course, local legends wanted. A Bowls Green is just up the road. Search Bowls Clubs near me. A big thank you to Kristina Krstic for joining us in the last segment. And of course, Gary Kelly is going to join me on the line in just a second. World champion who's looking to make waves again at the Australian Open. He won the Fours title there in 2022, and he's looking to continue his push. He's one of the most informed bowlers in the world, and he does join me right now. Gaz, how are you going?
Hey Val, how are you? Thanks for having me on the show.
Now, it's a big couple of weeks for you. You've got the Matador Fours up at Broadbeach now ahead of the Australian Open, and then the AO coming up. But how are the greens looking, and how are you going up there at the moment?
Yeah, no, really enjoying it, mate. I love getting up here. The greens are looking absolutely fantastic here at Broadbeach as usual. So, yeah, really enjoying playing in the greens. I had a crack in the Blue Diamond pairs with Barry Lester. That was really enjoyable, went well. And now we're on to the Matador Fours this morning. So, yeah, look, really enjoying it, and the greens are great.
Ahead of the Festival of Bowls coming up over the fortnight from June 8 to 21, you're playing this week. You play the Blue Diamond pairs, as you said, the Matador Fours, but on Friday night against Ryan Bester, who you played in the World Bowls Championships men's singles final last year. There's something going on because, can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, so there's Broadbeach Bowling Club and Barry Lester's this initiative of having a World Bowl singles rematch, replayed on the same green, the same rank, Ryan Bester and myself. So super excited, super pumped for that. It's going to be straight after the Matador Fours, so there should be a fantastic crowd here physically to really get behind us and just create a fantastic atmosphere. And then thankfully Bowls Australia's supporting it as well, which is amazing for the sport, and they're going to live stream it around the world. So it's a great opportunity for our sport, and yeah, I just hope Bester and I can put on a great show for everyone.
I'm sure you will. If it's anything like that final last year, it's going to be absolutely sensational. But how excited are you to be involved in such an initiative? It's never been done before ahead of the Australian Open. So, what are your thoughts on the whole match? And it's sort of like a showpiece before the event starts.
Yeah, that's just to showcase our sport. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day, Val. Yes, we all want to be champions. Yes, we all want to win. But I think it's about making our sport attractive and entertaining people and showing them the genuine skill within it. And as I say, I just hope Bester and I can really put on that show and do that. But I think it's a fantastic idea. I think it's excellent. I pinch myself that I just get to be one of the fortunate ones that's part of it. I think it's really cool. I think it's a great idea, and hopefully more of these things happen in the future.
And is it something that you needed to really think about when I don't know if it was Baz or Broadbeach that asked you, but did you just sort of jump at the opportunity straight away?
Yeah, when Barry Lester contacted me with the idea, I just thought it was great, and yeah, look, I just loved the idea of being part of it. Just something new, something fresh, and it was a very easy yes for me. I was delighted to be offered the opportunity, and yeah, I'm just very grateful of Barry took that idea, Broadbeach Bowling Club supporting it, Bowls Australia supporting it, and obviously, it's to play at the pinnacle of our sport. World Bowls represent our country, and that, absolutely love it here in Australia. Always been very fond of my roots, and I love pulling on that green shirt and representing my country, and this was another opportunity. And yeah, just what a showcase for the sport.
Well, exactly, and you and Bester will be playing in your national shirts, which is really exciting. And what can we expect from the match? I know you don't want to go into tactics too much, but are we going to be seeing? I know Ryan Bester's drives are exemplary, but so are yours. So we're going to see a lot of heavy hitting with the heads.
Yeah, look, I think there could be a bit of fireworks and that there. I say we're both very very passionate and determined players, and we will definitely be out there trying to get that win, but at the same time, we want to put everyone else first. We're just there to try and entertain and put on a show, and they'll be at the forefront of our minds. So yeah, look, I think we'll try and play a bit of spontaneous goals, and yeah, let's just hope we perform well.
You two are certainly two of the most entertaining players in world bowls, that is for sure. But the Australian Open itself is something that you've won before, as I alluded to, in the fours in 2022 with Nathan Pedersen, Wayne Rudiger and Carl Healy. But what would it mean to you to enjoy more success at the event this year?
Yeah, look, everyone absolutely loves playing in the Aussie Open. It's a spectacular 2 weeks up here in the Gold Coast, There's nowhere else you'd rather be in the world than here to play in this sport that we all love. And yeah, look, it's a fantastic event. It's very, very difficult to gain success. 2 weeks, a lot of bowls is played around various venues and that. So, and then the different conditions, the elements, everything taken into consideration. It's a tough task and that, but it's one that we really look forward to and relish the opportunity, and hope I can gain more success.
How much confidence have you got at the moment, given the form that you're in, Gaz, leading from the BPL to state level and all sorts of other events that you're playing? How much confidence have you got that you can go really deep in all the events that you're playing at the AO?
Yeah, look, I do have just a quiet self-belief in myself. I do believe I can, gain success here. But I know there's a lot of fantastic players here, so I'll be showing my respect to all of them. But yeah, I just hope I can get amongst it. The most important thing for me at the minute is I'm just really enjoying my bowls. I do love the sport, and yeah, just everything's going well at the moment. And yeah, just look forward to getting on the green and putting on that the show and being competitive. And look, if I can try and get a gold medal and achieve success along the way, that'll be great.
And the singles, it's one of the hardest events to win in the world, the AO singles, considering just how many bowlers are involved, over 1,000 of them, in fact. But, how much would it mean to you to salute in the singles, given you're one of the best singles players in the world? You got so close at the World Championships and the Com Games, and the Gold Coast Greens are some that you're very acclimatised to. So what would it mean to you to go forth and take that blue ribbon event?
Yeah, I've made a lot. It's definitely on the list. I've got a list of things that I would love to try and achieve in the sport, and it's definitely on there. It's without a doubt one of the hardest events to win in the world. As I said earlier, various venues, 2 solid weeks of bowls. You've got over something like 1,200 entries in the singles to be the last one standing. That's just incredible, and you look at some of the people that's achieved that, and look, I would absolutely love to add my name to that list. So fingers crossed that somehow I can do it. And yeah, it'd be a very proud moment if I could.
For sure. And you mentioned that list of events that you want to win. Would you care to share some of those other ones, of which ones are on the bucket list for you in your career?
Yeah, look, there's definitely a gold medal at Commonwealth Games. I generally wouldn't care what discipline, there's the blue ribbon, yes, that's incredible, but just a gold medal for my country in the Commonwealth Games would be amazing. The Golden Nugget, it's one of the most prestigious events in the world calendar. As I always say amongst the bowlers, it's the Wimbledon of bowls. So that one would be pretty special. And yeah, obviously that Aussie Open singles would be incredible too. That's the ones that are sort of right up there for me.
Very nice. And one final one before I let you go. The AO in the middle of winter, it's cold down south. How much do you love getting up to the Gold Coast in the middle of June?
Yeah, look, obviously the time is absolutely perfect, isn't it? Just the beginning of winter, and you get the opportunity to go up to the Gold Coast. And me personally, I absolutely love the heat. So yeah, to get up here at the beginning of winter, it is great. And as I say, just playing in fantastic events. There's nowhere else you'd rather be as far as bowls is concerned.
I know, I really can't wait to get up on Friday. I was chatting with Chrissy about that before and just genuinely cannot wait to just get some warmth into my bones because it is freezing down here in Melbourne. So very much looking forward to catching up with you up at the AO, Gaz, and good luck. Go well for the rest of the week, and looking forward to Friday night where we can catch you and Ryan Bester on Bowls Australia's live streaming platforms on Facebook and YouTube. You're going to be doing a rematch of the World Bowl Singles Final. Looking forward to that, Gaz. Good luck. Go well at the AO, and we'll catch you up there.
Cheers, Val. Thanks so much. I appreciate it, mate.
Gary Kelly joining me on Without Bias, one of the best bowlers in the world. He was the MVP at BPL 19 in February as well, which was a wonderful tournament, as well as winning the title with the Melbourne Pulse, and he just continues to get better and better and better. Absolutely wonderful it is, or how wonderful it is to have him on our shores here in Australia. So looking forward to seeing what he can do at the Australian Open, and as of course on Friday night with this little exhibition against Ryan Bester. That's about all we've got time for though on Without Bias this week. Make sure you head to Bowls Australia's YouTube to catch up on all the other episodes that you might have missed. Well, there's only been one so far, but of course follow Bowls Australia on all of our social media platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, X, and of course LinkedIn as well. And bowls.com.au is where you can find all about the news, and as well as any updates on events as well. But from me, Val Febbo, have a great week, stay safe, enjoy the Australian Open. I'll catch you next Wednesday at the exact same time, and great bowling, everybody.